もしもこの頭上に落とされたものがミサイルではなく本屋の音であったなら無知や偏見から解き放たれて君は戦うことやめるだろう。もしもこの地上に響き合うものが爆音ではなく歌の調べであったなら恐怖や憎しみにとらわれないで人は自由の歌を歌うだろう。もしもこの足元に植えられたものが地雷ではなく小麦の種であったなら運命や争いに苦しまないで共に分かち合って暮らすだろう。もしも一つだけ
Properties. Okay, there we go. Now is it working? Yay. Okay. That was stupid. Okay, so apparently I did not have the audio configured correctly. That's fixed now, I think. Actually, there is a way to confirm. Boop. Boop. Yep, it works. Okay, so, I know one person is at least listening. I am not sure how many people will actually come and take part in the chat. I'm gonna try and make this short, because it's like 7:30 where I am, so yeah. I'm probably not gonna do any more than 10. So, there's a number of things that I want to talk about. Number one, there was protests at UC... Berkeley, was it? I think it was Berkeley. University... UC... Was it Berkeley or was it somewhere else? Yeah. Okay, so yes, it is UC Berkeley. There was violent clashes between protesters and police on the campus. And while I sympathize with the protesters, I have to condemn their actions. Because violence is not the answer. Also, this is just good. I'm just gonna put this out there for any liberals or left-wing people protesting Trump out there. Please don't be violent. You're only hurting your cause by doing that. Seriously, just don't. It's better if you demonstrate peacefully. Even the smallest amount of violence makes you look bad. Don't do any violence. And if someone tries to do some violence at some protests, stop them. Because if there's too much violence, then we can't be blinded by rage against Donald Trump and then lose sight of what's really important. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, Donald Trump is president. Yes, we don't like that. But no, that does not mean violence is okay. The simple fact of the matter is, if we try to fight this with violence, it's going to backfire. It's going to make liberals and the Democratic Party look bad. And that's not gonna help us. It's gonna hurt us down the line. Yes, Donald Trump is president. We lost the presidential election. Get over it, and let's gear up for the midterm election, because that's one we cannot lose. Especially if we want to be able to continue what liberals want, the changes that we want to have happen to this country. We cannot lose this midterm election. Otherwise, we're not going to be making the changes that we want. We're going to be redoing the changes that the Republicans undid. So no, don't use violence. Do protest, but don't use violence. Do not let the protests turn into riots. I know there's probably some people from Antifa or something like that. Antifa is, the general idea behind it is to oppose fascism. That's the core of Antifa, which is good. I think we can all agree that fascism is something that has to be opposed. But when the violent wing of the Antifa movement joins in, stop them. There's nothing wrong with Antifa in and of itself, but don't let Antifa, or at least the violent wing of Antifa, turn things violent. That's only gonna hurt us. It's not gonna help us. And yeah, maybe during the presidential campaign, Trump handled protesters roughly and blah 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 yada yada yada. You know what? I don't care. A great man. This quote is attributed to a great man, but I believe in it. Whether he actually said it is something that he probably didn't actually say it, but his philosophy can definitely be summarized with this quote. The man is Mahatma Gandhi. His philosophy, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Please keep that in mind. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Now, it is going to be hard. Not being violent is hard. But we have to do it. I don't care if it's hard. Take the hard road. It'll be better for us. So that's what I have to say about the demonstrations. Now that we got my condemnation of the violence at the recent demonstrations at Berkeley out of the way, what else can we say? Well, in Trump news, okay, so Donald Trump criticized Israel for their expansion of the settlements, which, I'm not gonna lie, I was very surprised. Considering Trump's pick for ambassador to Israel, I expected him to actually be supportive of Israel's settlement program, but no. So yeah, I know some people are gonna be like, how the hell can you say something good about Trump? But you know what? When Trump does something that I think is good, I'm gonna say it. I gotta give credit where credit's due. This is just one thing out of a massive sea of stuff. This is just one thing I like about him out of a massive sea of stuff that I don't like about him. But again, I gotta give credit where credit's due. So, good on you, Trump, for condemning these settlements. They definitely will not help the peace process in Israel and Palestine. Now, that might be one good news, but then there is bad news. So there is. Oh, hello. It has to be made right, or else you ruin your whole argument, and your actions can be used to invalidate everyone else. I presume you're talking about what I said about the protests at Berkeley, and yes, I agree with you 100%. I could not have said it better myself. It's okay to make a point, but there's a way to do it. And if you do it in the wrong way, it ain't gonna help anyone. Moving on. The sanctions on Russia. We probably all know that sanctions were put on Russia, although not many people know the details. Hell, I don't know the full details of it. Apparently, so, good on Trump for condemning the settlements, but apparently now the FSB, the sanctions have been loosened. They have not been eliminated, but they have been loosened. They're not, again, I have to emphasize, they have not been eliminated, like some people might claim, but they have been loosened. The FSB, which is basically the KGB, only exists today, now is able to buy some tech stuff from American tech companies. Which, boo, I'm not a fan of that. Number 2, done. But again, there's not much that we can do about it. And at least all the sanctions aren't gone, I guess. It's kind of... Today was weird. Ignoring the protests at the UC Berkeley, Trump criticized Israel, which made me, it made me reconsider. Maybe this guy knows some of what he's doing. A lot of what he's doing, he doesn't know what he's doing. But maybe he knows a little bit. And then he did the stuff with Russia, and it's like, no, maybe not. The guy's weird. In any case, though, the protests. Between the protests, Trump criticizing Israel for their decision to expand settlements in Palestinian territory, and the loosening of Russian sanctions, I would describe today as a mixed day overall. It had its ups and downs. It wasn't particularly good, but it wasn't particularly bad. Which is actually really good considering how the first few weeks of the Trump administration went. It was just, oh god, stuff I hate, followed by stuff I hate, followed by stuff I hate more. Whoa, whoa! Cat, did you not get fed yet? I thought you got fed. Oh, I hope he doesn't decide to mess with the computer again. That would be bad. So, what else is there? I think there was... This fucking cough won't go away! Uber CEO to leave Trump Advisory Council. Oh, okay. I think that's because the whole boycott... Part of the reason why the whole boycott Uber thing caught on was because the CEO of Uber was on a Trump Advisory Council. Which, I'm not sure how I feel about forcing him to leave it. I'm not a fan of him being in it to begin with. Don't get me wrong. I don't like that he's in the advisory council. But at the same time, I mean, why would Uber not want to influence the government? Why would he not want to be on there? Other than the protests that happened. Uber's been struggling with local regulations that threaten to drive them out of certain places. So why would he not want to try and make it so that the regulatory environment for Uber is more friendly? Well, more friendly to Uber, and that would... The problem is that a lot of cabs a lot of cab companies don't like Uber because Uber directly threatens their business model. So yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about him leaving. I mean, good on him for leaving and not being part of Trump, but I don't feel good about him kind of being forced to, maybe. I'm not sure if he really was forced to, but I know that he probably left because of the whole boycott Uber thing. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. Oh! Also, that's not just hearsay. U.S. condemns Russia's aggressive actions in eastern Ukraine. Ah, but it's the ambassador saying it, not Trump. Okay, so... Well, at least Trump isn't stopping the ambassador from saying that. Ooh. Apparently, there's a draft executive order going around the media. But I am not going to comment on the contents of it until it becomes an actual thing. I don't want to say that, oh, this is going to happen, and then have it not happen and look like a complete fucking idiot. I've probably made myself look like an idiot several times during this thing. I don't need to make myself look like even more of an idiot. So I shall comment on that when those executive orders are actually signed. Until then, I will not comment on them. For those of you curious about the article, though, It's by the Washington Post. It's on my Google News stream. The title is Trump Draft Executive Order Full of Sound and Fury on Immigration, Welfare, and Deportation. So it's something that has to do with immigration. And if this is the executive order that I think it is, it will probably piss off a lot of people. But again, I will not give my personal opinion on it or give you any more details as to what is inside it until the actual executive order is signed and we have the full text of the final version available. What the hell? Business Insider? What? So, if you're wondering what I just found, Business Insider has this article, How Powerful an Executive Order Is and How It Can Be Reversed. Oi, no, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Don't play the video. Don't play the fucking video! There we go. Okay, let me just do this fold, and then I shall skim it. I'm probably not gonna read it in too much detail. So it's just talking about the executive orders. Wow, Trump signed 19 executive orders since he took office. I wonder how that compares to how much Obama signed. I know near the end of his term, Republicans were bashing Obama for using executive orders. Interestingly enough, the Republicans that once bashed Obama for using executive orders as much as he did are, like, surprisingly silent when the executive orders is being made by a Republican president. Just saying. Trump is a fuckface. Okay, Milk. I just saw you send that to me on Skype. And those Republicans are two-faced fucks. Okay, let's calm down now. I understand that we're all angry, but, like, yelling, or at least, typing in all caps in a chat and then voicing rage is not gonna help American politics at all. Don't get me wrong, I'm angry, I share those feelings, but we live in a democracy. We have to be willing to work with the opposition no matter how much we dislike them. Dislike is a weak word, but I use that word on purpose. Fact of the matter is, we live in a democracy. Democracies don't function when the two parties involved, well, if there's two parties involved, when the two major sides, the government and the opposition, don't work together. Number 4. Okay. So, what is an executive order? Executive order is directive by the president to the officers and officials of the executive branch. What's this photo that I just got sent over Skype? Oh! What the fucking fuck? Is this from Dragon Ball? No, don't cancel it. Actually, let me see the fucking image in full size. Download it, now load it. Wow, that... Actual stills from the show. Okay, then I was considering showing you guys the image, but if it's actual stills from the show, I'm gonna hold off in case, you know, copyright. I know I'm being, like, overly cautious when it comes to copyright, but, like, I've even... For those of you who joined the stream when I have that stream will start soon thing up, and the music playing. Yeah, I actually, in the archive one, I go and cut out that music, the beginning part where I'm just waiting, because number one, no one wants to wait through that shit. And number two, that music in there, I'm not sure what the copyright status is, so I am not taking any risks by leaving it in. I actually do cut that out because I don't want to get sued. I'm assuming the people who made it won't be they won't be upset though, because the songs are, well, most of the songs that I feature are songs about are about the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki and are taking a stand against nuclear weapons and in favor of world peace. Anyway, so basically the president, an executive order. This article defines it as an order the president gives to the officers and officials of the executive branch, which I guess that's probably the best definition. I can't think of anything better. Can an executive order be reversed? The answer is yes. Both the legislative and judicial branches can reverse it. Don't expect that to actually happen. Because we have a Republican legislature and I'm going to say a Republican Supreme Court. Because, I'm sorry, as much as Democrats might want to fight the Supreme Court nominee of Trump, I'm just sick. And as much as I understand why Democrats might want to fight, fucking cat! Anyway, as I was saying, as much as I understand why Democrats might want to fight him, I just don't want. I'm tired of partisan politics. I'm sure a lot of people share my sentiments when I say I just want Washington to get off their fat asses and get to work. Seriously, people in Congress, their one job, make laws, and not much laws have been passed. They have one job, one fucking job. So yeah, so that's what an executive order is. I don't know how many people who watch this didn't know that. I knew that. There were probably a few people who didn't know that, so for those people, that's probably helpful. Oh! Oh yeah, this! Oh yeah, this is big news. Okay. Well, big news to me. I don't know about to other people. So, Donald Trump is considering changing campaign finance regulations. Okay, so crane number 5 folded. The changes he is considering would basically allow religious organizations to contribute to political campaigns. They currently, under the current laws, they are not allowed to contribute to political campaigns. I am simply of the view that we have too much money in politics as it is. So I don't want this happening. I know people are going to say, oh, then what about corporations? I don't think corporations should be giving money either. What about unions? I don't think unions should be giving money either. I'm going to apply it to all organizations. Although I'm not against outright... I am against, like, outright bans of, you know, corporations giving money to politicians and all that. But I do believe there needs to be severe restrictions. Like, they shouldn't just be able to make it rain in Washington to make what they want to happen. If you know what I mean. don't have enough crap to deal with when it comes to the corporations. We don't need to add religious organizations into the mix. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't be able to endorse. I just don't think they should be able to give money. Endorsing a candidate, that's an entirely different thing. Right now, they are allowed to endorse a candidate. They're just not allowed to, like, you know, go give him money. I felt my phone vibrate. Where'd it go? That's nothing important. Ooh, another picture shared to me through Skype. A still from Dragon Ball, and I'm not sure what this second image is. Oh my god, a still from Mark's video. I can't remember. Okay, so there was a video where, no, not a video. There's a game where, for those of you who don't know, there's a game where basically you are the Secret Service and you're supposed to guard Trump. And Mark did a video on it. I think he opened with a joke. He opened with a joke about Trump gets assassinated, and then, because in the game you're supposed to be the Secret Service agent that protects Trump, and Trump just let, no, Mark just let Trump die, and it was like, oh no, I wonder who could have prevented that. I think this is from that scene. There's just one part of it where if you turn on the annotations, it's like, fuck, and then, I think that's what Mark actually says. It's probably from some later part of the video. And then the annotation says, fuck, I think that's what Mark actually said. And then in parentheses, Mark was fired an hour after the event and lived the life to the fullest in a cardboard box in a subway station, his only friends being the rats and the crippled little boy who was the only one who pitied Mark. Yep. I can't remember what the game was called. But, it exists. I can say that. Mark always has funny captions in his videos. Captions, I think that's what they are. Captions. The subtitles. They're called captions, yeah. Oh, I hope I'm right about that. I've been on YouTube for years. I should know this. I don't know, the only thing... Yeah, I think it's captions, because they have the auto-caption thing. That's absolute shit! Number 6, done. 2, 4, 6. Yes, 6. The game... Yeah, Milk, it's called Mr. President or something. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not about to play that game. I don't know about you, but, The thought of playing a game where I'm a Secret Service agent defending Trump just doesn't... I'm not a big fan of that kind of... I'm not a big fan of it. I can't understand why people would make it. There's like games about politicians everywhere. On the iPhone, there's a game... on the iPhone in the Japanese App Store, there's a game where you are Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. It's basically that, you know, the game where you have to jump on platforms and then go as high as you can. Yeah, only instead of whatever the original character was, I don't know what the original character was because I don't know what the first version of the game was. It's Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. For some reason. I have no idea why. It was one of the weirdest games I've played. Maybe not the weirdest, but definitely one of the weirdest. Because there are some pretty bizarre games out there. Oh, come on. Dragon Ball Super Set. Oh my lord. I keep having to remind myself, Milk, that those images that you're sending me are actual stills from Dragon Ball. My god. I can't... You would think that for a series as popular as Dragon Ball, they would put more effort into the, stills. The, animation quality. But no, apparently not. That was on TV. Oh lord. What's this? From Newsweek. I'm not sure what they are, but, I've read a number of articles from them, and I don't entirely trust them. It's not that they're an unreliable news source, it's that I get the feeling they have an agenda. Poll finds majority disapprove of Trump's executive orders. What poll are they citing? That's what I want to know. Gallup poll. Oh, they actually linked to the Gallup poll. Okay, screw you, Newsweek. I'm gonna go directly to your source. Okay, so 42% approve of temporarily ban from 7 Muslim majority countries. That shouldn't be surprising. What the fuck? Okay, apparently that Newsweek thing has a thing from Jon Stewart. No, not Jon Stewart. Jon Stewart went on Stephen Colbert, and then that they have that on that article for some reason that I don't understand. I just closed it because I don't want to listen to it. Anyway, about half of Americans say Trump is moving too fast. 42% approve of the ban for 7 Muslim majority countries. That does two things I'd like to notice. I believe that 42% is not surprising, considering Republicans tend to lean toward... generally, not all Republicans are like this, but a lot of Republicans tend to lean in favor of restricting travel to and from the general area of the Middle East, with the notable exception of Israel. But that also, it means that a majority of Americans don't support that ban. So yeah, that's a thing. Take that for what you will. 38% approve of order to build border wall. I thought that'd be a little lower, but okay, fine, whatever. I guess people are stupid. Border wall ain't gonna do nothing. It's just gonna cost a hell of a lot of money. 36% approve of indefinitely suspending Syrian refugee program. Okay, that's also not surprising. But that does also mean the majority disagree with it. Okay, what is this? So, wow, according to this poll, it says 47% of people think that Donald Trump is going too fast with his executive orders. 35% of people think it's about right. 10% think it's not fast enough, which it might sound scary, but that's actually about the same number as of people as some people thought with Obama. Some people, about 10 people, literally on the first week of Obama's presidency, 10% of people didn't think he was going fast enough, which, come on, it's the first fucking week of the presidency. Same argument can be used to Trump. Although I think he's going too fast. 2, 4, 6, 7. And no opinion, about 7%. The results were conducted between January 30th to the 31st. Americans identifying with the same party as the president were very positive about Obama's actions. And are similarly positive now. So 76% of Republicans say what Trump is doing is right. I'm not sure if it really is that high. Big difference comes with the more critical attitudes among those who identify with the opposite party as president. 45% of Republicans said Obama was moving too fast. Now 73% of Democrats say Trump is moving too fast. That shouldn't be very surprising considering how unpopular Trump is with Democrats. That's not news to me. Overall draw of approval. Trump is at 52% disapproval. And 43% approval. In case you're wondering, no, that does not add up to 100. That adds up to 95. What? Wait, no opinion is 6%, but that adds up to 101%. They did some rounding up of their numbers, which completely messed with their things. That's the only explanation I can come up with, because that adds up to more than 100%. That should not be possible. Oh lord, the cats are playing. The polarization, so they're saying that the approval rates of the presidents have become the most polarized in American history. Not surprising. American politics has become ridiculously polarized in recent days. Like, seriously, it's... Jesus fuck. The polarization is part of the reason why Washington doesn't work. I don't know when this polarization is going to end, but I sure as hell hope it's soon. What the hell? And yes, politics is fuck. What is this that you just sent? Oh wait, is that a screenshot from... That is a screenshot from Joel's video where he did Mario Paint while Bob Ross did painting. Oh my Jesus, they're playing rough. Stupid cats are playing rough. I don't know if you heard that meow. Okay. Ooh, what's this photo that I got? Apparently that's Mr. Mime. What's this? Oh. What's this? Firefox fail. Layoffs kill Mozilla's push beyond browser. What? Okay, number 2, 4, 6, 8. Wow, god damn it! Oh, don't you hate it when the news sites have videos in it and then it just starts playing and you're like, shut up! I'm in the middle of school, don't start playing the fucking video! I know I shouldn't be reading news in class, but fuck it! So, it is eliminating the team tasked with bringing Firefox to connected devices according to people familiar with the situation. Ah, man. So, Firefox isn't going to be available in some areas. Firefox is virtually absent from phones and tablets, which account to more and more of web activity worldwide. Firefox share of usage in January dropped to 14.9%. Oh. Well, I'm part of the problem. I no longer use Firefox. I now use WaterFox, which is basically Firefox, only 64-bit. And not and with changes that makes it so that your computer doesn't run like a potato when you use it. Although admittedly, the fact that the computer that I'm using right now is a potato probably doesn't help me in terms of my web browsing experience. Oh, I really need a computer that's not a potato. Burning questions about something about Beyonce's photo shoot. I don't care, I'm not gonna look at it. Something Beyonce, that's all I say. Government investigators reportedly concerned about defect in SpaceX rocket engine. Oh no! SpaceX, come on, you can go to space, fix any flaws in your design, and do it fast. Sorry, I like space. I absolutely like space. I like space about as much as Markiplier likes space. So yeah. What else is there? Republicans try a new tack on climate change. What does this mean? What do they mean by new tack? Enlighten me, New York Times. Not long ago, many Republican office holders made a simple answer when asked about climate change. What climate change? Okay, are they changing their tune? The public began to notice the heat waves and torrential rains and tidal flooding. So then we had the I'm not a scientist phase, which apparently drew a lot of ridicule that Republicans critical of climate change had to come up with a more nuanced answer. Which is what? Tell me, I would like to know. Several variations of the new approach were on display recently during the confirmation hearings for some of Trump's cabinet nominees. Science tells us that the climate is changing and human activity in some manner impacts the change, says Scott Pruitt, Oklahoma Attorney General, nominated to run the EPA. The human ability to measure with precision to the extent of that impact is subject to continuing debate and dialogue as well they should be. What? Let us ponder the craftsmanship of that second sentence. Well worded, New York Times. With precision is the... hold on. Is the key phrase, of course, and it renders the statement with almost axiomatically true. Do we have trouble taking the precise temperature of an entire planet and then divining for a given period exactly how much the change in the temperature is caused? Well, yes. Oh, really? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Anybody who did not know better might come away thinking there is room to doubt whether there is humans are the main cause of global warming. Mr. Pruitt did not actually say that, of course. Nowadays, hardcore climate denial provokes furious response from Democrats in Congress and mild protests from a few Republicans. Oh. Oh, I was not aware of that. Thus, Mr. Pruitt and the other Trump nominees labored to avoid overt denial while signaling to their allies that there is enough doubt to justify inaction on emissions or even rolling back the steps the Obama administration took. They're not just trying to look cozy, because if they look too cozy, then Susan Collins, Republican senator from Maine, and a few of the moderate Republicans might jump ship. Said Raymond T. Pierre Humbert. I am butchering that. I know for a fact I am butchering that. I'm so sorry, whoever you are. Climate scientist who holds a chair at Oxford University. Oxford! Oh, damn. So, what does the rest of this say? It's basically saying that climate change is definitely a thing. I'm not sure how much criticism the Republicans are, but it is definitely saying climate change is a thing, and this is the Republicans' attempted excuse to try and claim that it's not a thing. And looks like they actually got a scientist to try and debate it. Or not really debate it, try and put counterpoints to it. Come on. I don't understand. Have you guys... I don't know how many of you guys notice politics in countries other than America. It's basically only America where climate change denial is so big. A lot of other countries, don't have as... Sure, they might have movements that deny climate change, but most of the mainstream political parties don't deny them. Like, even in Japan, the Liberal Democratic Party, which is right-wing, does not deny that climate change is a thing. They fully acknowledge that it's a thing that's happening and is caused by humans. I don't know why the climate denial thing is so strong in the United States. That's something that's continually eluded me. What's this? I just saw something on Skype, I couldn't read it. Crap, close my browser in Steam. Oh, okay, that's not good. Come back, milk. Come back. Okay. I probably will not be doing this for much longer. Because it's like now 8:30 almost. I have been struggling to get to the minimum 10 paper cranes that I want to fold every day. And have it still be a reasonable time. semi-reasonable time of day, night, whatever. Okay, so that's not good news. Maybe the science section can give us something that's better news. Okay, I guess not. Oh, what else is there? Damn, I want to talk about Esperanto news, but Esperanto news on my Google News feed does not get updated a lot. For those of you who are wondering, Esperanto is a man-made language. The guy who made it, L.L. Zamenhof, Ludwig Zamenhof. That's his name. He's a Polish Jew. Was a Polish Jew. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so I reached the minimum 10. Anyway, Zamenhof was a Polish Jew. But he's no longer... Yeah. He's no longer with us, sadly. He made the language in an attempt to bring about world peace. Zamenhof basically thought that one of the major reasons why war and conflict happens is because we can't talk to each other. So his solution, make a language that is really easy to learn. I am in the process of learning Esperanto. That's what you see, the thing up there that says Mian kao iomete komprenas la Esperanton. That translates to, I also understand a little Esperanto. Hello, Milk! Oh. It takes a while for the chat thing to update, doesn't it? Because it says there's only 2 people watching, and I think one of them is counting my live stream. Not live stream, my preview. CG was awful last night since I was the only one on. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Imagine one police officer trying to keep an entire town in... Oh. That's... Oh. Oh my. How much... Did everything go smoothly? Or is the answer to that question the obvious no? Good news, you were promoted beforehand. Well, I guess the promotion is good, but... Wow. You were on the server till 4 a.m. Jesus! Wow, I've never done RP on like a whatchamacallit? What am I saying? On like a video game, like I've done it on forums, but not video games. I've never been on, not just Gmod. There's also RP that happens on like Star Wars: The Old Republic. Yeah, never done that. I think RP also happens in every MMO. Never done that. Basically, if there's a multiplayer game, chances are there's an RP community in there, and I've never done any of those. I've only gone on the forums where I actually have to type out and write stuff, because I like writing stories. I'm trying to write a novel. It's not going well. Basically, I'm stuck. I'm not sure what to write. I have ideas in my head that when I try to put it on paper, it just doesn't work. But I still really, really want to finish this goddamn motherfucking novel. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, wait, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, okay, I guess 11. What time is it? 8:31. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna finish after this because it's getting late. It's fun when stuff happens. Worst part was when I was the only CG on droids attacked her. Oh my. Oh my, and the brig. That's tough, man. And then there we go. This next fold I hate, so I'm gonna try and delay it. What did I just see? I did. What? Can climate change make the groundhog a better forecaster? What? What is this? Insurance journal, you're drunk! I'm not gonna... The fuck, it starts off talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump has nothing to do with groundhogs. Jesus. I think I just fell for clickbait. A change in astronauts' gut bacteria attributed to spaceflight. What? Okay, for those of you who this is new news, we have gut bacteria, and without that gut bacteria, we will get very, very sick. So don't go about trying to take massive doses of antibiotics trying to kill off that gut bacteria, because you'll actually end up hurting yourself, not getting rid of the bacteria. But apparently, the gut bacteria of Scott and Mark Kelly, NASA astronauts, found changes in the... Hey, didn't someone tell this to me in the chat a few days ago, I think? Why is it only now showing them up in my Google News feed? Oh, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Fuck. So... this is probably going to be the Donald Trump no, like, don't butt face rub. Fuck it. Nice try. Nice try. Didn't work, but nice try. Okay. So, this is almost done. Now, the only other thing that bothers me is I want to buy the origami in bulk from Amazon, but I can't really find the kind of origami that I want. That's a lie. I found the kind of origami that I want. The shipping was $12 fucking dollars. I'm not... That's more than how much the origami itself cost. So, yeah, no. I have to find some other place to buy it from. Anyway, I think that is enough for today, because it's getting late. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 done. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow when I do this live stream again. Hope you guys come and watch. Alright, bye. Oh, and like and share this if you liked it. If you disliked it, do whatever. Dislike it if you want, or just don't. I don't know. I don't care. Bye.